Hey, I'm Delaney Person, and I hope all is well with you in spirit and in soul and in body. So, how do you accomplish a vision from God? One, you definitely need clarity, but most importantly, is you have to get God's wisdom. God's wisdom is connected to a vision, an idea, or an invention that He gives you. So, what is God's wisdom? It's the right use of knowledge, meaning that God has knowledge for you to take action on an idea that He gives you. Now, the thing about this is that God's wisdom is not automatic, it's something that you have to get. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 5 says, "Get wisdom, and in all thy getting, get understanding." Simply means that when God gives you a vision or when it comes to your life, He definitely wants you to have the wisdom and understanding for it. Meaning that you're not alone, you're fully equipped to carry out God's wisdom. God's wisdom shows up in your skills and your talents. His wisdom shows up and the solution that He has for you when you're faced with any problem. God's wisdom is simply in everything, is truth. That's why it's important to really take ownership of the truth of God's word. Is that's why you will get the solution on fulfilling that vision that God has for your life. Now, for me, I'm going to be transparent and be honest with you for a moment. I failed at this in the beginning because what I didn't get the right use of knowledge to enter into this space of personal growth. So I worked for government for like 18 years. And towards the end of my career, I began fulfilling this vision that God had given me concerning being a life strategist. I did not know what life strategist was. I didn't know anything about personal growth, but I knew it was God speaking, and I jumped into it. I failed when I did not get God's wisdom. I used the knowledge that I acquired through my education, the background of social work. I used the knowledge that I acquired from my career in government. So the knowledge that I had was connected to policies and procedures. It affected how I communicated with people, particularly in email. So when I went out to seek, opportunities and how I communicated with people, or the knowledge that I used when it came to human behavior and potential, it wasn't connected to God's wisdom on how He wanted me to build my business, to build the truth of how I am to serve people when it comes to connecting to their own truth. I was not using the right use of knowledge. And that's where I had to make a decision to get God's wisdom. Now, when I got God's wisdom, it put me back on the path of clarity, but it was not quick. I had to grow. And so that's why it's important for you to take action on a vision that God gives you or an idea, because when you don't take action, what end up happening? You stay in the lane of not knowing. But when you act on the idea that comes from God, wisdom begins to show up. Begins to become activated. The thing about it is you have to have discernment. Some people say intuition to know when it's God's wisdom speaking. Now, one key to this is you don't chase opportunities. Instead, you chase God and His instructions on how to accomplish that vision. Now, when you do that, it puts you in the space where you are evolving and you are becoming the person that God called you to be to fulfill this vision that He has for you. So, how do you get into that space? This means you have to give full attention to God, but most importantly, meditating on God's word, allowing God full access to your heart, allowing His word to enter in so you can get the knowledge on how to take action on that idea in real time. That's why it's important to take action. So, I want to leave you with this on getting wisdom. Study Proverbs chapter 8. That whole chapter is dedicated to getting the knowledge and understanding of what wisdom is, the benefits to wisdom. And when you do that, I guarantee you this is what's going to happen. You open yourself up to God, and He will begin to show you how to take action on whatever it is that He has called you to do. And most importantly, it will begin to lead you to other scriptures that's connected to that vision for your life. So I want to encourage you to continue to own your truth and live your vision. And most importantly, get wisdom and get understanding for your vision. Blessings.